half of the day. You know, sometimes someone who loves you unknowingly kills you. There is somebody that can love you, fall in love with you, and that somebody also can cause your life. They can cost your life without knowing, by ignorance, or just don't know. Someone with what I would not even see. Something that I don't really discuss in relationship. And I am dead serious. The only time that thing is mentioned in my home, in a relationship, it's always the men who want something for me. But a lot of women, that's what they look at. I don't even know why it never occurs to me of to worry or think of it. Never, never. Never, never. Lately, it's coming to my mind to accept somebody that already with it, but not because I don't want to resent anybody for no reason. If somebody doesn't have anything and I accept them and I help raise them, I send them to school. One, I even actually take the class for about 10 months for them. And then the diploma arrives in their name. Funny, huh? Am I too good? Or am I just damn bad? Sit in a classroom under somebody else's name so they can have a diploma for the workforce. This is who I am. And that individual is the one who emptied my 401k for business and a settlement that I had for falling on the ice. Yes. The concubine. The concubine that he was sleeping with, who was married. And not just married, this lady was married to my ex-husband's father's wife, brother. Her husband was the brother of my ex-husband's stepmother. Door closed, huh? Very close door. CLOSE, close, very close door. Yeah. And that man ended up telling me that he's the one who wronged her, not the other way around. Okay. You can be loved by somebody, and that somebody cost your life, depending on who he holds in his environment, depending on his surrounding, depending on his circle, who is in it. I choose to be the way I am. I let things go because I don't want to fight for anything. If it's for me, nothing will take it away. It will come back. It will bounce back somehow. Um, it is sad that people tend to want what is not for them. In life, God sent everybody with a pair. Everybody comes with a pair. Most dies without ever meeting them. Some end up living with them, share a life with them, but for some reason, some never did. And most people don't even know what they call spirituality. Spirituality, you learn a lot. A lot of things that even church don't preach. They don't teach you about them, and they know about it. I call myself spiritual. I love it. I learn a lot. Listen, a God ordained divine partner can cost your life without knowing it. Especially the ones with a lot of money that a lot of women want, the whole world wants, and they are completely different from you. The one that is used to be chaste, and you are not a chaser. I've never been one because I used to be chaste. Chaste in ways, even though they just want me in a relationship with them, but I'm at home. They know I'm at home. I'm not with anybody. They want to be with me, but I am in a home, their home. They come whenever they want, they leave whenever they want, but I am theirs. There is one that actually loves you, the one that is ordained, the one that is prepared and sent to you from God, can cost your life. You are married, you ask God for a wife. You are married, you ask God for a wife, regardless. For some reason, you don't feel happy, you don't feel loved by the one you have, but you want to be loved, chosen, and seen. You find the one that God sent, but somehow you doubt God's choice. Okay, you want covenant marriage. Now, can you understand you want a covenant marriage with a woman and you have many women already in your orbit, and you are telling them that you want a covenant marriage with another one that you're not even with yet? What do you expect? What do you expect when you have a child with? What do you expect that they're not gonna go after that woman that you are looking for? That woman that you want to marry and give a good life? Ever since my sister met my ordained partner, I started being attacked with witchcraft without knowing it. All I know is that changes were being made. A lot of changes were being made in my life without understanding where it was coming from. that people do for money will shock you. Individuals who grow up in church end up loving money in this way. Oh Lord, I never thought this would come from my family. Never. When I need something, I go to God and I pray and I ask. For example, I ask God as I am praying, in order for my prayer to be effective and be powerful, I would say, God, give me strength and power, strength and power, strength and power. So I'm asking for power in order for my prayers to be effective and powerful. Therefore, wherever it lands, it does what it's sent out to do. I come to realize that I have a sister of mine that don't pray to God for favor or power, but look for power from people that God has given him to. This is no joke. And that sister smile, laugh, doesn't really laugh. You would never think she is what she is. You would think otherwise. Honey, that woman is destroying God's chosen. And she put herself along with her mother, who is also jealous of light in individuals. They're destroying them. The old lady is someone that I have seen dead already. I said it last year to her. I said, I'm not sure how you are still standing because I've seen you dead in the spirit already. They took it the wrong way, but I believe they understood it. They choose to send attack because of it, but they understood. I had a revelation about in 2023, she was supposed to die. But 2023 passed by, still living. 2024, still living. 2025, still living. Last year, 2025, I come to realize and witness, witness that she's been siphoning energy from youth, young children, young adults, teenagers. She's siphoning their energy. You will end up seeing the child hunched over while she herself, her action is very young, youthful. The child that she siphoned energy from is sluggish, very slow, unable to do certain things because the old lady is living in her. She put her karma, she put all her weight, all her sins, all her burdens of what she's done onto that young child. And then she's living the life of the child. You will think this is crazy. It happens. One day I took a picture. I went to a supermarket with my daughter. Something told me to just take a picture of her because I liked the way she was looking. I took a picture. As I took the picture and then I kind of zoom in, listen, my daughter in the picture, but you're wondering who is this? In the picture, the child hunched over, and looking like an older individual. I'm like, hold on. Stay right there, stay right there. Let me take another picture. I took another picture. I did. The other picture looks the same. An older person. A third one. Same thing. I'm like, hold on. This is not you. You are not there. I gave her to look at the picture, but she's very smart. I don't remember exactly what she said. She kind of raised her shoulders and like this, and we closed the topic. I put the phone away. We went into the store, and then we went back. We went back home. I never went back onto the topic ever again until last year. I felt something on my back. It felt heavy. I'm like, no, I'm carrying something heavy that is not mine. Just like this, I said. My children said, really? I said, yes, I'm carrying a load that is not mine. And something told me now. And I said to my daughter, get up. Let's shake our body. Just like this. And we're going to tell exactly who we're shaking off, okay? And I'll tell you why. Now repeat after me. Shake your body vigorously and say, I shake off my grandmother. I shake off my auntie. I shake off my grandmother, and I shake off my auntie out of my body. And then when we finish, you tell me how you feel. I told her, when I say my mom, say grandmother, grandma. When I say my sister, say auntie. Do you know, as we are shaking ourselves, we ended up started to feel lighter in weight, and the womb gets brighter. And as we shaking our body, and then we actually saying these two names, grandma, mom, and auntie and sister, guess what? Yeah, guess what? We started to hear complaints in the wombs. We started to hear complaints. Who's complaining? My mom in her womb is complaining of, it's like, oh, body aches, huh? My sister got off her bed real quick to go and do witchcraft in the kitchen, because we are pushing and turning back energy that is not ours. This is how we ended up knowing it was my mom and my sister crushing us down for power. I don't know why God did what he did. For some reason, I am a light child, and he gave me 3 light children. So they suppressed all 4 of us. My big one, light, is kind of exactly like mine. Oh, they messed him up. They messed him up real bad. My daughter and my second son, their father abandoned them. It's kind of like sell them to my mom and my sister for energy. And then I come to realize, no wonder they kick the kids out of school, because their age in the spirit affect them in the physical. They have not been going to school, no education, because they living off their energy, and then they carrying the karma of older individuals. Yes. All the witchcraft for my children not to go to school was a way for me to go to prison, jail. It never happened because God does not leave me a bit. They've done witchcraft for the kids not to go to school, and then they sinned in the DCF over. Every time they come, they be like, we advise, we find out that your children are not in school. Yes, they are not. Why? What happened? Yeah, just like this, they're not in school. And I've done what I could for them to go back to school. Nothing I do worked. So they question and question me, and then they realize, and they before they realize, they say, okay, can we contact the school? Sure, contact the school. And when they contact the school, first of all, it's the school that send them, because the energy manipulation caused all this to occur in our life. So when they go to the school, yes, the kids, yeah, and blah blah blah. They just follow up with the school. They didn't contact them. They were contacted by the school, so and then they follow up with them. This is what we find out. This is what we talk to the mother. This is what we understand, and blah blah blah. A couple of days later, only to receive a phone call. We are closing the case because we investigate and we see that you've done everything that you were supposed to be done. But I will find out how and what school you can try to register the kids, or online or at home, and they ask you exactly what you wanted. I said, well, at this point, I would believe in-home school would be good for them, because they behind in grades. We don't want no students to be bullying them in school, the classroom. Even now, my daughter is 18. She stopped at 8th grade, didn't finish it. My 20-year-old son stopped at 9th grade, didn't finish it due to witchcraft manipulation. My sister last year called me Auntie Mary. If you knew who was Auntie Mary in the family, you would cry for me. But me, she's older than me. She knows Auntie Mary, but I don't know much about Auntie Mary. All I remember about Auntie Mary is that she was the scapegoat in her family, and nobody paid attention to her, and she was walking back and forth. It's like she had some vagabond spirit delegated after her, and she kept moving around everywhere with 3 children. Now notice that I have 3 children. Okay? Exactly. Then I replied, I said, listen, Auntie Marie, did you just call me Auntie Marie? And she said, Auntie Marie. I'm like, only you know why you called me Auntie Marie. Because you know her more than me. I only met her twice. As she just visited my uncle who was living with us back in 1986. Do you know Auntie Mary just vanished? Nobody knows where she is. Nobody knows if she died. Nobody knows what happened to her. Nobody knows what happens to her. And then this come to my mind. I'm like, okay, hold on. That's why that we've been followed everywhere. That's why we've been followed everywhere, from room to room, from apartment to apartment. In a month, we can go to about 3 different hotels because we cannot stay there. We've been followed. But didn't know exactly what caused it, who was behind it. Now, the deal was to take us to the Everglades in Florida for the crocodile to eat. They're doing the same thing, sending people after my divine partner. He does not connect the dot, and he's sleeping with the woman. the same woman that is after me. When you come to think of it, he is the first child of his family. Therefore, he's a chosen. He's a man. First child born. Man. He's chosen. And he has gift. He got with my mom and my sister. He got a baby with them, with my sister, and they want his soul. That sister of mine, when she is cooking, I don't know why she does it. She would take her middle finger, she'll put her hands in her underwear and in the middle finger and then stir the food right in the center. And then she will be bringing food to that man to eat. I said it. Truth must be spoken. It is written, nothing hidden does not come out to the light. It is written. Therefore, not only you get unclean spirit from her doing intimacy, and they also put it in your stomach through food. The middle finger from the underwear and then stirring the food. I was cooking one day, she came and did that to my food. I didn't know why. And then later on, somebody told me that I have a soul in me that is not mine. Honey, your disease is not real, whatever it is. If I get closer to you, I will know exactly what it is. And what is supposed to be done would be done. I'm not saying it for you to do a more to get to me and things like that. We are the same way. I take life as it comes. I don't have no problem staying alone. Having someone in your life, especially an ordained person sent by God, is completely different. Joy would be between the two of them. It's the joy that I crave, the joy, because I was born joyous. I was always happy, joyous, even though I was jumping when I was a child. That's how happy I was. I don't really like the word happy. I prefer joy, joyous. This woman put her hand in her underwear in front of the stove and put her middle finger in the food and stir food. Many times she done it. Yes, a man who loves you, a woman who loves you can cost your life without knowing. Especially when the other party, the third party, is controlling and manipulative. And then smooth and soft, and you can't really tell who they are. They tend to give you advice without you knowing they're trying to direct your own life. They tell you how to meet your ordained person. They give you advice. They so-called advice. No, they control in your life. Oh no, don't just introduce yourself. Do it this way. Yeah, this way that gives them time to do witchcraft and block the union. The energy is very strong. It's very strong. But how do you feel? A man is intimate with you in bed, and then that man, however he feels, is calling your sister's name, knowing that he is sleeping with the woman that he was looking for, and then it's an older sister. You are 2 years older than the man. Now the men think I am older than him when you are the one older than him, and he's 3 years older than me in age, in the physical. But I do understand that my soul is older than his soul. Otherwise, God would not say that he is my assignment. It's because my soul is old, way older. That's why God says he is my assignment. Lord, help us. Lord, help me. Because all the difficulties that I am walking around to make a union possible, the struggle is from only one individual. The one who opened her legs and have a child by a man that is not for her. And wants the man, wants to keep the man. Normally, I would not want to be with a man that even talk and ask my sister out. Now, the question, why am I interested in this man? The interest has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with my heart, my soul. My thing is that it is God doing. It's all God doing. Now, I know that God does not say things that he doesn't do, and he does not start what he does not finish. He complete. He works to fullness. He does not do anything halfway. If it is for God for me to die because I'm interested, and as God had asked me to open my heart to him, I did. If that will cost my life, let it be. Because I take it as sacrificing for Christ, for God, because that was his plan. The only thing that I'm feeling is that the meeting could have done already if it weren't for that crossing threshold, which the enemy used against us. That leads me to the same prayer from the last video. If the enemy must die for my life to be back to normal, let the enemy die with no delay, with no mercy, and no negotiation. For many would be delivered from witchcraft that she had put on them. Like my daughter last year got up from bed and said, "Mom, they both have blood in their hands." She was 17 then. She said, "Mom, they have blood in their hands." She just got up. "They have blood in their hands." I said, "I know, baby, I know." Sister, you already do witchcraft for her not to work. Not only you do witchcraft for her not to work, everywhere she goes to work, you send or you go yourself and tell lies about the person, causing her mistreatment in her own job. I got poison at work. I had a picture of the candy. They thought I ate it. I didn't eat it. When she gave it to me, My eye jump like this, one of them, and then you feel a cool wind in the eye, in the eyelashes. This is intuition telling you don't put that in your mouth. Do you hear? Don't put it in your mouth. Yes. Listen, a man who loves you can cost your life based on who is in his circle, who is in his surrounding, his environment. He might not realize what I've been through just because he loves me. He might not understand what I have been through is because of his love. I'm not blaming him. I could not do it blaming him. He doesn't do it. It's the jealous individual that chose to do it. Went to have a baby by the man, and that baby is not even hers. Can you believe you carry a child for 9 months and it's not your baby? Learn what happens in the spirit, people. Wake up, people. There is a lot to learn in the spirit. My period, my monthly cycle had to stop in order for that baby to be carried full term. All the information, you have a secret baby. Yes, I have a secret baby, I know. My niece, my daughter. I have a secret baby. Yes, she's my child. She is a comic child. God revealed. I feel for her. For my blood nourished her. I feel for her. What the lady gonna put that child through because she is not normal. I feel for that child. I do. So, my divine partner and I already have a child because the child is from him, and my blood nourished that child in the womb. As the mom carried the child, my period stopped. After the delivery of the child, my period came back. Get this to your mind. That's my daughter, my child. Can you believe someone who was raised in church would go in so deep in witchcraft, black magic, to even have the child of a sister? It's not only me saying, I am told by others I have a secret baby, but I didn't even answer them to say I know. What I know, my niece is my daughter. My sister was infertile. She couldn't have no child, no babies. Don't you see? She ended up having the child at 55, even 56, because she turned 50. She turned 56 last year. In December. A man who loves you dearly, deeply, truly, really can cost your life without knowing, especially when they don't keep it in and they don't use their discernment to realize when the person next to them is not human. I'll leave it right here. I'll leave it like right here. The union has been withheld by this lady because the union comes in a package with everything. She doesn't want me to have no income coming in. If she let me be with my divine partner, income will be coming in. She doesn't want me with any penny coming in. So she blocked it. Me, if I were in motion, I would change the way the thing is done because the enemy cannot win. If it does not change, it stays the way it is, it's okay. Don't mind staying alone. But I would make changes without telling that baby mother of anything that I'm doing. I would make change. I would make it happen to show people cannot order my steps, cannot direct my life, or orchestrate the outcome of my life. I leave it right here.